brand new series of GTA 5 Realistic playing. Now the reason I'm doing this is partially because I have no other video ideas, and partially as well because, yeah, I don't want my power going out in the middle of a normal series like Minecraft. Then it doesn't save, and then bada bing bada boom, I have to restart and I have to delete that video. And I don't even know the password for this YouTube channel, so yeah, that makes it all the better, if you want to say that. So yeah, I mean, whatever happens, happens. And basically, before I start this episode, I'm going to start with I'm in Florida, as most, if not all of you know, and we got hit with Hurricane Matthew last night. Now, we were supposed to get it the worst. The eye was supposed to pass over us. I'm in Port St. Lucie. We were supposed to get the eye right above us. We were supposed to get hit really bad. And to be honest, it wasn't that bad. There's going to be a video probably uploaded to my vlogging channel of how bad the damage was. Like me walking around my neighborhood, and it wasn't really that bad. We had a power outage last night at first, and I shut off the PlayStation. I stopped recording, and I was recording a normal episode because I actually bought a professional microphone and all that stuff. Which will be showed off in the next video. I bought a professional everything, but I need to buy a professional capture card for a PlayStation 4, because this one is not a PlayStation 4 capture card. It is a Xbox 360 PlayStation 3 capture card, which kind of sucks, but it's alright. It's okay, because I'm fine with it. But still, alright. That's how it's going down, and yeah, what else is there? So yeah, basically, I went around my neighborhood. Nothing happened to this house specifically, Last night we had a power flickering out, and then toward midnight, after, once we got a lash. We got like 5 lashes of it. Alright, let me compare it like this. Broward got 1 lash, okay? We got about 6 or 7, maybe 10, okay? We didn't have a huge hurricane, we didn't have tornadoes, we didn't have stuff flying at our windows, okay? We boarded up our windows pretty good, I'm sure if I wanted to, me and my dad could get together, open the back door, and run into it about 12 times, and they still wouldn't go down. Alright? We only put that up because we have crap in our backyard, like tools that are made of metal. We didn't really want to go out there and get them because our garage is full. The garage has my mom's car and my grill, okay? I have a pretty big grill, so the power went on and out, and this morning, I went out to check the aftermath. Now, the aftermath actually wasn't that bad. The governor said that we'd all be losing power. Well, honestly, we didn't all lose power. I didn't lose power, and we actually have plenty of food to survive for the next 2 weeks until, stuff starts opening up again. Now, it was supposed to be as bad as Andrew, and it is as bad as Andrew for Florida, but not us specifically. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, that means Port St. Lucie didn't get as bad as it was supposed to be, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be that good for everybody else. It is still a Category 5 hurricane, and it's still going to hit somewhere else. But we had it the worst. Now, honestly, I was praying to God, and I was thanking God that, it wouldn't hit us, or if it did, it wouldn't be as bad. And my prayers were answered. All my family was safe, on my mom's side, on my stepdad's side, and my real dad's side. As far as I know, they're all safe. We're all good. Yes. So that's what I was hoping for, and I'm thanking God because of that. The only real thing I noticed when I went outside, and basically recorded my vlog, and yes, I recorded it with my phone up normally. Now, I'm sorry I did that. I know that freaking side phone has been out forever, but, don't complain. I mean, come on, shut up for once, alright? Anyways, so, with that, I took it and I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And I did that, and I recorded, and the only real thing I noticed was my neighbor's tree had fallen down. It was pushed by the wind pushed it, and it flipped over. Now, it wasn't a big tree, it was kind of a small tree, so I can understand how it fell over. But other than that, I didn't see much damage other than that. I mean, my neighbors, one of them did not board up their windows. They just took one of their cars, which I'm not even sure if it's registered anymore or anything like that. I think they took it there and parked it there because, honestly, it's got engine problems. I know it's got a starter problem, so they parked it in front of their garage door, and they all loaded up in the other 3 cars that they have, the whole family, and they left, okay? My other neighbor who didn't board up, oh my god. I'm not even going to say the drama it had because it's gossip, and if you want to hear about it, check out my vlog channel. But he didn't board up either, he left. Then my other neighbor boarded up and put a tarp over his house. Now, if it wasn't as bad as it was going to be, that tarp would have been blown off and thrown onto my house because I live right across the street from him. In a cul-de-sac, so it would have been whoosh, right on top of mine. Okay, neighbor's house, and it held up. All the other houses held up. Now, I'm over here flipping out, like, I told my girlfriend, I said, text with me, guys, and how it is out, so I know you're okay. I know she's alright, because after the hurricane, she texted me on Snapchat, and he's still up, so I know she's alright. But, you know, still, I mean, you know, it was pretty good, and thank God, you know, everything held up. My PlayStation this morning was the scariest part, because I knew the house was going to stand up, okay? I knew this house was going to stand, because in the name of Jesus, I prayed over it, and I said it was going to stand, okay? And I've been speaking, I've been walking by faith, not by sight. The hardest part was turning the PlayStation on and making sure none of my data was lost, because when my power started flickering in and out, my first thought was my PlayStation. And I do not have it plugged into a surge protector right now. If you're wondering where the surge protector is, it's like power surges flicker in and out, and basically holds the smallest bit of juice, so that way when your power flickers back on within like that split second, your TV and your PlayStation stay safe. You know, they don't end up turning on and off and then freaking getting messed up. Okay. I don't have one of those plugged in right now because I've been sleeping in the living room because my parents only boarded up the living room, and you know, they only boarded up one window, and they thought it was gonna hit 2 nights ago. They thought it was gonna hit, what's today, Friday? They thought it was gonna hit Wednesday night. So we boarded up the living room window, which we didn't have batteries for the drill, so we just boarded up that window the best we could, and we all slept in there. I brought my mattress in there. My parents slept on the couch, and me and my brother shared the bed. I plugged the surge protector in there. We all plugged our phones in there because, you know, 2 plugs. There's like, alright, let me explain. There's 2 plugs. There's 2 plugs there, and then there's my phone. Alright, so there's 2 plugs there, and then there's my phone, my brother's phone, my mom's phone, my dad's phone, my laptop, my brother's iPad. Alright. And then what else was there? Because I know we charged other stuff. Oh, my phone case. My phone and my case are 2 different things because my case is a charger case. So my case as well. My, what else was there? Pretty sure that's it, but that was, you know, that's a lot of stuff, obviously, for 1 plug. Oh, and my Apple Watch. And what else was there? Oh, and Bluetooth headphones plugging in. So, you know, a lot of stuff was charging there, and we're making sure everything got charged. So that's why, and then, you know, I got here and I'm like, whatever, Hurricane's not gonna hit. So I was playing on my game yesterday. I was taking some risks, I know, but still. Alright. And I know it says GTA 5 reality or role playing or whatever, but I'm not really gonna do that. I'm sorry, you know. Don't like it if you don't really, you know, agree with it. But honestly, I just want to say I'm okay. Now I'm not even in the mood to record today. I'm just like, whatever, you know, I'm not really in the mood. I mean, if I was, yes, I'd be recording right now, speaking everything, you know, coming up with them amazing stories. Because honestly, that's what I do. I mean, some nights I actually don't sleep, guys. I'm being real. I have ADHD. I've gone 3 days without sleeping, without like coffee or anything like that. All I had was water, and I had unsweetened. I had diet tea, okay, and that's what I went those 3 days without. Okay, water, diet tea, and no sleep for 3 days. Okay, and I had obviously I had the stuff like Takis and Metros food, but yeah, I mean that's it. So, you know, some nights I'll stay in my bed, you know, school nights, and I'll sit there and I'll be like, I'll come up with these stories. These stories are the best thing ever, because I can come up with them in, you know, a moment's time, and whoosh, and I got I can get years of stories. You know, I mean, I know where I get it from. My father, he's an author. He wrote Dancing with the Devil, and he wrote books. And I know I get it from him, because I'm sure he had the same thing. He could just lay down, think, and then he's got a book right there and said, like, I've written, now they're not published yet, so I can't say they're, you know, an author, but I have written books, okay? I've written 4, like, 30-page books. In fact, one of them, I haven't printed it yet, because I personally don't think it's good enough. I mean, it is, but it's just that I have too many characters that are main characters, like, sort of thing, and it goes in and out from first and third person, like, and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's good enough. It's not good enough for me to actually take the time to type it and print it. But you know, still, I know I can write. And you know, young authors, my kids were impressed by the book I wrote. In fact, all of them were. They all read it and they all really liked it. And you know, I mean, it was a book that I hadn't written that young author's book that I wrote. And unless I wrote the book that I wrote for young authors when I was in my 4th grade. So that's the thing. I know all I can do, and you know, all I did was retype it and give it to them. And you know, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm sure now I have 8th grade writing skills. I'm sure I could write something creative and make people want to read it. Sure, I can make a 32-year-old love it. I mean, all my teachers read it, and I let my reading teacher read it. She said that she was very impressed with it. This is my 7th grade reading teacher. She said she was very impressed with it. I'm like, well, that was something I wrote in 4th grade. She looked at me and the look on her face said, oh, she's like, really? And the thing is, like, teachers underestimate me with my writing ability because I have very sloppy handwriting. I write really fast, like, I could write 100 words in about a minute, okay? Maybe 2. Still, you know, I can write really fast. Now, I'm decent at typing. I think I'm about a moderate typer or something, but, you know, my writing, my handwriting is very fast, but it's very sloppy as well. You cannot read it. I can barely read it half the time, so, you know, but still. Yeah, and, you know, this is actually, I'll just say, yeah, reality. I'm talking about my life, okay? You guys get to see me race around GTA 5. Actually, no, you know, I'm gonna make this real interesting for you, okay? Because if you guys are coming here for the content and not the freaking podcast, you guys can get to see me taking the Vodka, which is my Lamborghini, in a few seconds. Once I pull up here, you'll see me calling them. Yeah, basically my real life, I have had some stuff that's been...
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up. It's coming at you.
I don't even remember why, but I have to really play with a girl named Brianna. She's amazing, you know, really, really good girl. Honestly, I'm happy to be with her. But that's how my life's been going, guys, you know. As well as that, I've also had school I've been going. That's another reason I haven't really been making videos, but this isn't a video on excuses. Okay, this is a video on, you know, reality of what's happening and basically my life. Because I haven't really been uploading my vlog channel either because my brother recently broke my computer. I cannot really do much with it. He broke 2 of my computers. He broke my desktop computer, which I wasn't really too mad about. It's actually basically what it is. It's a screen, and behind the screen there's a computer. And I was like, oh my god, he broke it. He broke the freaking whole thing. You know, it's impossible to use it. So I let him use my laptop for school. After he used my laptop, he broke my laptop as well. I was kind of mad. That kind of isn't the word to describe how mad I was, because I was really mad. In fact, I, you know, honestly was like, at the verge of screaming at him, like, what the heck, Johnny, you know. But then I was like, you know, accidents happen, okay? Because, you know, honestly, when I first started driving, I backed my dad's car into a truck. He didn't know. He said, alright, Jason, I understand. You know, but accidents happen. That's why I wasn't screaming at him about breaking through my laptop. Then, yeah. Basically, what's been happening, and other than that, you know, school's been happening, and school is, I guess you could say, it's boring. Whatever you want to say, it's actually really boring. And I really, honestly, I care less about it, but have to go. Can't leave by law, have to go, so, you know, I hate it, but whatever. And yeah, you know, honestly, I'm thankful to God that this hurricane did not hit us as bad as it could have, because it could have hit us really bad. And we're all expecting it to. I mean, parents boarded up their windows, neighbors boarded up their windows. You know, people waiting it out, they bunkered down, they got it. I was expecting it to be really bad. I was expecting it to be, you know, I mean, I knew it was going to be a Category 5. I was like, Mom, at first I'm like, Mom, this is going to be as bad as Andy is. You know, I'm not going to be like that. I got to watch my face, not my sight. Okay? That's what I started doing. Pretty much everything started getting better, you know? I mean, my parents are going to Home Depot now, like, they're giving me no wood, you know, and the day before the hurricane, yesterday, the day before yesterday, so Wednesday, they were going to Home Depot and like, we need wood. Actually, yeah, Tuesday, no, because it was said that it was going to hit Wednesday night, so, Tuesday, we went in and got wood, and we weren't expecting that to be wood, but there actually was. And then I'm walking my face like, Mom, there's gonna be wood. Then my neighbors were like, there's not gonna be wood. There's gonna be wood. You need to play off my face about that. There's gonna be wood. He goes there Wednesday night, which is when the hurricane was set to hit. He gets wood. Boards up his windows. Thursday, which was yesterday, which was when it actually hit. We were all safe. We were all protected. Our neighbors helped us. And honestly, this is real. My community and my neighborhood being together, because our little cul-de-sac, you know, got 6 houses. We're good. They are one of our neighbors. We have our autistic son that we helped find when he went away, and they came to us yesterday and said, "Hey, we have generators, guys, can you guys can charge your phone, power to them." Oh, thank you. And then our other neighbors let us use their ladder because we didn't have a ladder. And then our other neighbor, we did have a drill, but he also let us use his plug-in because we didn't think we had one. Because our battery died for a drill, and my dad had to take the charger. And our other neighbors, they all helped us. And, they all helped, and we helped them in turn. We helped them get their wood up. We helped them. What's the help, Honestly, that's just right there, working together. Maybe that didn't happen during Hurricane Andrew. Maybe that's why they were wrong. Because my dad, the reason we boarded up, and honestly, my dad, we don't own the house that we're staying in, by the way. We rent it. And he didn't want to board it up. He's like, why should we board up this house? It's not ours. And me and my mom were trying to explain to him. It's not the house we give a crap about. The house was burned for all we care. The things inside of it. Okay, we have pictures on our wall. My mom, if you guys saw my mom's wall, there's thousands of pictures, there's hundreds of pictures up there of me and my little brother, of our family. And if we saw those go down and something happened to those, it would break us on the inside. It would be heartbreaking. I already know it. My mom, I don't think my mom would be able to handle it. Okay? In my desk alone, I have one picture of my desk alone. That's very more to me than a lot. Picture of my mom, my real dad, they was bringing me when I was like a year old, and honestly, probably other than one that's in my back pocket. Oh, it's not in my back pocket anymore. It's in the back pocket of my shorts. I took the shorts off so that way. Last night I would be freezing if we went in the car, but still. Okay, it's the principle that matters. It's like, okay, this is what we did, and I wouldn't want to lose it. That's how it's heartbreaking. Or everything my parents had worked for, like our TVs, stuff in our houses. When Looter came by and they looted my house, and my TV was gone, my PlayStation was gone, my parents, everything that they worked for. I mean, I know they could buy it all back, like the next day they could go to Best Buy and buy everything back. But the point is, how much would it hurt us on the inside? We're spending, $10,000 buying another TV, spend $10,000 buying everything else. I'm sure everything in this house, all the electronics would come up to about $15,000, $18,000. About half the money my dad got involved in. More than that. And that would hurt. It hurt us. It would hurt us for our business and everything else. So, obviously, we stayed here and tested it out. And I want to do that from the beginning. My original plan was, alright, if we're leaving for a hotel, I grab my PlayStation, I unplug everything, and I just ride to the hotel with my PlayStation on my lap. Okay? I was also scared for my dog, but still. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this isn't exactly what I was hoping it would be, what I was going to do, but I'm not really in the mood. I'm kind of in the, waiting. I'm in that mood where I'm waiting for a text message back to see if, people are alive. Hold on! So yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Like it if you like it, share it if you like it, and subscribe if you're new around here.